everyone, it's Emma and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my zero waste travel essentials. If you've seen any of my past videos, you know that I still fly, and there's a few reasons for that. One, because of where I live. As you can see here, I live on a very tiny island in the middle of the Pacific. It's only 1/3 the size of Rhode Island and it's 800 kilometers off the southernmost point of the mainland of Japan. So the only way off this island is to fly. Another reason is because I'm just taking full advantage of living in Japan and living in Asia. I am trying to travel as much in Asia as I can while it's convenient, while it's cheaper, and while it is less emissions than if I were to fly from the US to Asia. And the third reason is because travel and the beauty of the earth is what inspired me to go zero waste in the first place. In the future, I will be making a video completely about this topic and diving in and explaining more about why I continue to fly, but for now, that's the quick version. If you still don't know what zero waste is, be sure to check out this video right here. In this video, I outline what exactly zero waste is and why we should all be striving for it. I understand that traveling can be very wasteful in itself. Flying creates emissions, you get a bunch of plastic packaged food on planes, tickets, all this other stuff goes into making travel itself just very, very wasteful in nature. The goal of this video is to show you that you can still travel without creating as much waste as you think there might be. I do my best to reduce my environmental footprint while I'm traveling, whether that's a road trip, a train, a bus, a plane, or any other means of transportation. I try my best to reduce my waste. I do this by taking public transportation when possible, by packing as small as I can, and also by bringing my zero waste travel essentials. If you have more ways on how to reduce your waste while traveling, be sure to check out this video right here. I outline a whole bunch of other ways that help you reduce your waste while traveling, like I just said. I'll also be sure to leave that video linked down below, as well as the importance of taking public transportation, so be sure to check those out after you watch this video. So let's just dive right into my zero waste travel essentials. My first and most important to me travel essential is my water bottle. I have used a reusable water bottle about as long as I can remember. If we didn't use reusable water bottles, we would just use our single-use bottles and just fill them up multiple times for like literally years at a time. If you're interested more about that kind of topic, you can check out this video right here about items that are single-use but don't have to be single-use. But this is my first water bottle that's actually like stainless steel and really nice. When you are buying a reusable water bottle, I highly encourage a stainless steel one. You don't even have to buy this one. You can buy whichever one you want, but stainless steel helps keep things colder and they last a lot longer as well. Plus they have a higher chance of being recycled at the end of their life. And I just show you mine with all of the dents in her glory because you don't need anything fancy, you don't need something cute, you just need something practical. I take my water bottle with me everywhere. I take it on trips, whether that be a road trip, a plane, a bus, a train. I always have my water bottle on any sort of commute. And not just that, I also take it to work, I take it to the chiropractor, I take it to the gym, I take it to the library. Wherever I'm going, my water bottle is coming with me. It's just always great to have with you because then whenever you're thirsty, you're not caught in a bind and you don't have to buy any single-use plastic. You have water with you already. So you can fill it up at home before you go. You can fill it up once you get past security at the airport. You can just ask any restaurant and convenience store, or you can even find a water fountain to fill it up in. There's a lot of options that you can take to fill this up. And then once you're at your destination while you're traveling, you can fill it up in your Airbnb or your hotel. You can literally fill up your water bottle anywhere. Another travel essential that I think is very, very important to me, and I use it probably one of the most, is my reusable cutlery. So I got this off Amazon. It's just a simple bamboo set. It actually came with 4 sets of spoons, knives, and forks, but I gave 2 sets to my sister-in-law. So we have 2 sets in here, as well as 2 pair of chopsticks that I thrifted that were brand new, a straw. It actually is a collapsible straw and it comes in a little case. I keep it in here because it's just with all my other stuff and it seems to take up less room this way. I also have 2 pair of tiny chopsticks. I also have these repurposed spoons in case we need 4 spoons. They're like really, really durable, supposed to be single-use plastic, so I just wash them and then I keep them in here so we have extra spoons just in case. This has saved us so many times when we've gone to restaurants, when we've gone just to get ice cream and we need a spoon. Basically anywhere that serves their stuff with single-use plastic, my set has saved us from using single-use items. Going along with my reusable utensils are my reusable straws. I got these from a company called The Other Straw. I will be sure to leave all the brands I mentioned linked down below. And I bring these when I travel instead of another size because they are boba sized. They're designed for boba and milkshakes, but they can still be used for like water and juice and other things like that. It comes with a little cleaner. I have a blog post about this company and I do a complete review on them. I will be sure to leave that link down below for you to check out as well. So basically I choose to bring these when I travel because they can be multi-purpose. They can be used for any sort of drink, any sort of liquid. Instead of if I were to just bring smaller metal straws, then I couldn't get like a boba tea or a milkshake. It would just be way too hard to drink out of that. The next item that I always make sure that I bring is a reusable bag, whether that just be a tote that I also use as a purse or something like this. So this one was probably designed to be like an actual shopping bag style. I I found this collapsible bag while I was dumpster diving. It's not really dumpster diving, it's just digging through people's bulk trash. And it's not really collapsible like you would see some other bags, but I just roll it up to make it really compact and fit nicely. So I always bring this one with me for sure because it is compact and I can use it for basically anything. My daily use bag is this bag that I have from Green Spirits. Again, I'll leave all the companies linked down below. I love this bag because right now it's functioning as kind of like a purse, but it would also be a great bag to travel with. It could be functioning as like my personal item and have my toiletries, my Kindle, my phone, that sort of stuff. While you're out and about, you can use your tote as a grocery bag. Not necessarily as like a grocery bag, but if we go to the store and we only buy one thing, I'm just gonna throw it in there. This is a great thing to have when traveling if you have to stop at a convenience store or a souvenir store or anywhere that you might get a bag. You can just whip it out and be like, got my own, and then just say no thank you, and then you don't have to use a single-use bag. Also down below you can find some other brands that I love and support, but I haven't purchased from yet. They're just brands that are famous in the zero waste movement, so if you're looking for some of these products, I'll leave some brands linked down below. Another one of my go-to items, and I think this finally covers the big four, is my coffee cup. If you don't know what the big four is, I'll leave a blog post linked down below. It is basically water bottle, coffee cup, utensils, and bags, and those are just the four most commonly used single-use items. So this is my coffee cup. I just got it from a local store here in Japan. It's called Notori. It's basically like the IKEA of Asia. That's the best way to describe it. It's probably only like 12 ounces or so. It is a double-walled stainless steel bottle, and double-walled is really important, especially when you want hot beverages, and that is because if it's only single-walled or something like glass, it might burn you. I also really love traveling with stainless steel because if you travel with glass or ceramic, it's pretty likely that it might break. I'm really accident prone if you don't know, so my luck, it would break. But this is great. I use this here as well. I just used it yesterday when we went to a cafe for breakfast, but it's great to have when traveling. You never know when you might need to grab some coffee from the hotel, or if you're gonna go to a cafe. It's even great to take to like a juice bar, or if you're going on a hike and you need extra water, you can put extra water in here as well. So this one might not seem like a zero waste travel essential, but that is my e-reader. I consider this to be one of my zero waste travel essentials because it keeps me away from the disposable types of media you might see at convenience stores or in the little kiosks at airports or malls or things like that. Another reason that I consider this to be one of my zero waste travel essentials is because it allows me to pack lighter. So I like to read really thick books. I once tried to travel with Harry Potter Order of the Phoenix, and right now I am reading How Not to Die, and they're both like yay big. That means I would have to take up that much room in my bag, and that space could be used for something else. So that's why I love to have this, because I can have a book that's actually this big be condensed down to this, and it allows me to take smaller bags and therefore use less weight on an airplane. Another unique zero waste travel essential is an eye mask. I consider this to be a zero waste travel essential because sometimes on airplanes, especially on the long haul flights that are like 8 or more hours, they'll probably give you one of these, and it's probably designed to be thrown away right after you use it. In case they come around and ask if I want one, I can just say no thank you, I already have my own, and then I can prevent that from going to the landfill. Sticking to the theme of weird zero waste travel essentials is my earbuds. You might not think that this one is a zero waste travel essential because how is that going to help you prevent waste? And that is because a lot of airlines actually give out disposable earbuds just like they do with the eye masks. When I went home last time, I forgot my earbuds and I was on a 12-hour flight and I gave in and I purchased the like $5 earbuds. Let me tell you how crappy they are. It was the very first time that they had been used and the audio was so terrible that I couldn't even watch the movie I was watching with audio. Whether they're free or they cost money, they're definitely not designed to last, and they probably just get thrown away by most people after that flight. So be sure to bring your own. And another tip, if you have wireless earbuds or headphones, be sure to bring one with wires as well, especially if you want to watch TVs in the backs of the seats. Most airplanes don't have these. Actually, I think most American airlines do now. If you want to watch a movie in the back of the seat on your airplane, it's only a plug-in and it does not have Bluetooth capabilities. I usually use my earphones Bluetooth to my phone, and I don't have to worry about having earbuds with the cord, but I always bring them with me, especially if I know I'm going on a long haul flight, because I love to watch free movies. Rather, I love to watch movies that cost me $1,000. I also love to bring my own snacks in order to create less waste. And that's because snacks typically on a road trip, on the plane, at the airport, anything like that, typically comes in a lot of plastic. It's also a lot easier to accommodate your dietary restrictions by bringing your own food. I don't try to bring anything too complicated like full meals, but I love to bring things like granola bars, oatmeal cookies as you saw, something that's not going to create a mess and something that is just going to be really easy to grab and eat and not take a lot of preparation or anything. Typically my go-to is these oatmeal cookies just because it's a great way to use up bananas I have still left in my house before we go on a trip, and they are very wholesome and very healthy, so that way they can serve as a snack or a meal if necessary. And that leads to another zero waste travel essential, and that is just a container. I just like this container because it's got a divider. I also have a nice circular container that's still relatively flat, or I like to bring mason jars as well. These are just great to use when you go out to eat, you need to bring leftovers. If you're gonna visit a bulk store, if you're gonna go to a souvenir store, they're great for storage of any sort, whether that be food on your trip or if you're gonna collect something. This is a great way to avoid a lot of single-use plastic on your trips. Another weird zero waste hack, and I don't know if this is necessarily zero waste, but it is an umbrella. And that is because I thought of this one because when we climbed Mount Fuji and we went to Tokyo afterwards, it was raining pretty hard. So we went into a convenience store and bought a $5 umbrella. And we still have it, we still put it to use, but I guarantee you most people would not do that. They would probably get home, toss the umbrella out, maybe donate it if it was lucky, because this umbrella is crappy. It is inverted so many times, it is not cute, but we still use it because we're about practicality here, not about cuteness and aesthetics. I also just love to bring it just in case because as you can see, it's really compact, it's really easy to just like stick in my bag. Chances are if you bring it, you won't need it, and if you forget it, you're gonna need it and then have to buy one. I know it's an okay zero waste hack, but I still count it nonetheless. And the last one I have is some sort of hankies or rags or tissues. I got this one when we went to mainland last time. I got this in Osaka. It's just a really beautiful pattern and it is handmade in Japan, so I thought it was just a really, really special souvenir to remind me of Osaka, plus I'll get some use out of it. I love this one because it's so big. I can use it to wrap something up if I buy something, or I can even use it as a gigantic tissue or napkin. But then I also have these I just made myself. I'll insert a clip right here. I made them a few weeks ago when I got sick, and it's really, really simple. It's just literally a t-shirt from the arms down cut into 8 squares. They're just about the size of a tissue. I mostly just use them for tissues at home because I can throw them right in the laundry basket. They also might just come in handy when we're out and about and traveling because they might serve as nice napkins. Also, another tip is to just make sure you have everything you need and that you're not forgetting anything. This can help you prevent a lot of waste because if you forget something, you're gonna have to buy it, especially if it is important. This can be anything from a toothbrush to tennis shoes to deodorant and a rain jacket. It can be anything that you might think you need while you're on your trip. Again, try not to overpack, but think about what you'll need realistically. So I'm gonna list a few things that I pack just in case, but I think will help me reduce my waste if I do need these items while I'm on my trip. This includes things like a stain stick, toothbrush and toothpaste, my own toiletries, hand sanitizer, hair ties, deodorant, phone charger, portable battery pack, sunglasses, hat and gloves, floss, and more. Whatever you think you'll need, be sure to pack it. So the goal is not to produce literally zero waste, but rather just to reduce the amount of waste that traveling is typically associated with. Just by bringing these few key items and making sure you have what you need while you're on your trip will help you reduce a lot of waste. On top of all this, be sure to check out my entire video about how you can reduce your waste while traveling, as well as all the other resources I have linked down below for you. As always, do what you can, make zero waste fun and easy, don't stress out about it, and remember that these small changes you make have a big impact in the long run. Bye guys. Oh, the air's still running. Oh my gosh. And we'll take a break. Oh gosh, it's recording. That's unnecessary. Water or milk. Who drinks milk through a straw? My bag is not even in here. Where is it? And yeah, why did I tell you there's a blog post? I'm telling you about it right now. A double-walled steel stainless. It's a plane flying. Why am I talking? I would take up this much room, like another zero waste snack. I also love to bring my own snacks to use zero waste. And the third reason I do this by, the goal is not to produce, the goal is not to reduce, the goal is not to produce, so the goal is not to, oh my gosh, a hanky. Oh my gosh, remember, it's in my coat. Might not, oh yeah, the fan.